Hello and welcome to this Java video tutorial where we are going to be looking at the anatomy of a class. So let's jump right in. So we're going to start with terminology. This is all, well, there's plenty more, but these are some of the words that we're going to be using and putting together when it comes to writing Java code. We've got a lot in here like package, class, object, input, constructor, deconstructor, comments, JVM, we already know what that is. Source file, we know what that is. Compiler, we know what that is. Abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, we'll be getting into that later. But once I've done a video or two on those concepts, you should be able to pick them up easily. It's just like anything really. Once you spend enough time learning something, you'll pick it up. So don't worry too much about the learning barrier for Java or how it works. Just worry more about spending time learning from your mistakes, creating small programs, getting to medium-sized programs, and getting those large programs where you learn stuff like encapsulation, where you need to use inheritance for certain classes. And polymorphism is an incredible concept in the way that it's used. So let's jump into an example. So here we have, at the top here, we have a Java package, AWT, so that's an abstract window toolkit package. So we're just importing it here. We're importing the rectangle package in here. My first project is the name of our class. Public means that it's usable by everything, which is here. And we'll jump into the next slide. Here's another example, pretty much the same. Method declaration, which is here. We're using public static void. We'll go over what static means in a future video, but right now, this particular main method here is used a lot because we need it to run our program basically. Main is the name of the method. We have our class body, which starts and ends here. We've got our arguments in the parameter. And if we jump to the next slide, we've got arguments for the rectangle. We've imported rectangle, so we're going to use it here, create an object. And this is also a local variable within main, and this particular, within main. And we have a comment here. This particular comment's not read by the compiler, so you can use it to, jump back to your programs to understand what you are doing. If you jump back 3, 4, 5 months later and you don't quite understand why you wrote a particular method, then we can just read our comments. Calling print line to print out this serial box. Serial box here, we make an object of serial box, new rectangular. We put in 5, 10, 20, 30. The order is really does matter, these arguments here that we're putting into the rectangle serial box object, so they do matter. So then we come into serial box and we use the method .translate. So we're using a dot notation to access this object. Then we're going to use everything that rectangle gives us, all the methods it gives us, which is really neat. That's why we import packages, because we get certain methods that are really useful, and it saves us having to write them. Someone's already written them, so we go into serial box and we do translate, so we do 15 to 25, and then when we print out serial box we get this. The rectangle comes to 20, 35, the width is 20, and the height is 30. So we're working with X and Y. This may seem a little complicated, but what I just wanted to show you is how we can import a package, use that particular package here, and make an object from that package of rectangle. Then we can use a method from that particular package up here by using on our object. So we do the translate, and then what we're doing is we're translating it and we're printing it out down here. It will always come in this particular notation down here. You can do whichever one, but I wanted to show you that we've got the java.awt.rectangle and we've got these particular arguments that have been set up here. Then we're translating them and it comes out to 20, 35, width 20, height 30. So yeah, that's how it works, how class is set up. So again, we're importing the Java package. using the abstract window toolkit. So we'll be using stuff like this quite a lot. This is our my first project is the name of our class. NetBeans and Eclipse will help you out putting all these together, so you don't have to write all this all the time. You can just create a new class and it'll give you the option to create for you. Public again means used by everything, so just summarizing. Method declaration here, so we've got public void, static void. You will get this on every first class that you create. You can take it off actually, depending on what you use in NetBeans or Eclipse. I tend to use it because we need it to run our particular project. So start and end of body. Arguments is a parameter, which is here. So we've got string, an array string. You'll see that string is always uppercase, and the reason for that is because it's an object, but we'll get into that a bit more later. And then we have our class body, which starts here and ends down here. Main again, just the name of the method. And lastly, again, arguments do matter, so we put them in the right sequence. Rectangle objects, also a local variable. Our comment, not read by the compiler, then we're just going to use print ln, which is print line for console output, and then we get this. So yeah, hopefully that was helpful. That was a quick few slides, how a class works and the anatomy of a class. If it was helpful, remember to subscribe for more videos. We're going to be getting into programming real soon. Just wanted to go over these few things. And remember to maybe take a screenshot of this terminology slide, just so you can kind of pick up some of the words that I'll be using throughout this particular tutorial series. If it was helpful, remember to subscribe for more videos, and please like the video so I know that you guys and girls are liking this particular series. And tweet me for videos that you'd like to see, or just questions. I'm more than happy to answer, like coding questions, general questions, anything really. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I shall see you in the next one.